The moment you publish a book and expect someone to buy it, you take on another role. You have also now become a business owner. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that just because you publish a book, you need to create an LLC or change your legal status or handle your taxes in any particular way. Those decisions depend on your personal situation and what you're really trying to build, and whether you plan to expand beyond one book or not. Someone publishing mainly as a hobby may have very different needs for someone building a catalog, creating several income streams, or developing a long-term author business. What I mean is much simpler when I say you become a business owner. What I mean is that once your book enters the public marketplace and you begin expecting visibility, sales, audience growth, or income, you take on a separate set of commercial and operational responsibilities. Your book is still a creative work, but now it's also something that you're asking the public to notice, understand, and possibly purchase. And I understand why writers sometimes resist that part because, even I felt that resistance too. Creative work is somewhat of an escape from the mundane, and you just want to write. So I can understand you not wanting to become a full-time marketer, spend every day creating content, or feel as though you have to perform online just to convince someone to read your work. On the other end, ignoring the business role does not make that role disappear. It usually just makes the results harder to understand. So this is not about allowing marketing to take over your life. It's about learning how to let the writer and the business owner support each other without either role swallowing up each other. So first, we need to separate writing for enjoyment from writing with commercial expectations. If your goal is simply to write, to complete a book, and enjoy the experience of creating it, you're already successful. You do not have to monetize everything you create despite what you see today. You do not have to build an audience around every interest you have. And you certainly do not have to turn something you love into a business simply because other people are doing it. But if you publish a book and you want to sell it, reach more readers, or become part of something you plan to grow, then the situation changes. You cannot ask the book to operate in a marketplace while refusing to think about the marketplace at all. And that may sound blunt, but it actually gives us a more useful place to begin. The writer and the author business owner have different jobs. When you're writing, you're thinking about the work itself. What does this story need? What am I trying to say? What kind of experience am I creating for the reader? The business side asks a different set of questions. Who is this book for? How will that reader recognize it as something they might enjoy? What are they likely to find when they read it? Where are they likely to find it? And when they encounter it, will they understand what I'm offering? Now, I do not want the business voice interrupting every sentence when you write. Most writers don't operate like that. But once the book is finished, edited, and ready to meet the public, someone has to make that introduction. The writer creates the book. The author business owner helps the book become findable and understandable. That is the relationship in a nutshell between the two roles. Independent publishing gives us quite a bit of freedom. We can choose when we publish, how often we publish, what platforms we want to use, how visible we want to be, and what kinds of marketing we're actually willing to do. You don't have to appear on camera. You do not have to post every day. You do not have to share your private life, follow every trend, or become an influencer. But when there's no traditional publishing team handling positioning, distribution, promotion, and audience development, those responsibilities simply don't handle themselves. They move to the author, and that is the independent trade-off. You gain more control, but you also become responsible for deciding how the book will reach people. And this is often where things become emotional. You spend months, sometimes even years, writing and preparing a book. You finally publish it, you share it a few times, tell some people you know, and wait to see what happens. When the response is limited, your mind begins to go straight to the most painful explanation, which is usually the book must not be good enough. Maybe people are not interested. Followed by, maybe I'm not talented enough for this. But the sales numbers alone cannot tell you any of that. Before turning the result into a judgment about your writing, you have to ask some business questions. How many of the right readers actually even saw the book? Did the cover, title, and description make the genre or subject clear? Could someone understand the type of experience that the book offers? Were you reaching potential readers or mainly posting where other authors would see it? Did you give one approach enough time to learn anything from it? And if very few people encounter the book, how do you even know how the market feels about it? You know that it's not sufficiently visible. That's the only thing you can say for sure. Not being visible and not being good are not the same thing. A book cannot be evaluated by someone who never sees it. It cannot be purchased by someone who doesn't even know it exists. And it cannot be recommended by someone who never had the opportunity to read it. That is why visibility is not vanity. Visibility is part of distribution. It does not mean you need to chase attention for its own sake. It means the book needs a reliable path to the people who may actually want it. Now, none of this means that the quality, editing, or cover presentation don't matter at all, because they absolutely do. The book should be readable, the presentation should be clear, and the cover should make sense for the genre or subject. The experience inside the book should support the promise being made outside of it. But approving the book and helping people discover the book are two different parts of the work. You can have a beautiful, well-edited book, and it still would remain invisible. You can also have a visible book that people overlook because they do not understand what it is or whether or not it's meant for them. That is why clarity needs to come before complicated marketing. A reader should be able to look at your book and get the basic idea quickly. For fiction, they should have some sense of the genre, tone, atmosphere, and kind of reading experience they're entering. For nonfiction, they should understand the problem, interest, or desired change that the book addresses. You're not trying to explain every layer of the book in 10 seconds. You're giving the right reader a clear doorway into it, and that's important. The visibility side does not have to be as overwhelming as people make it sound. You don't need to market everywhere. You need a clear way to talk about the book and a suitable place or method for helping readers discover it. In a few actions, you can repeat this step consistently. That can involve one social platform, could be a newsletter, a readers group, direct advertising, doing events, having searchable content, or another approach that fits your book and your personality. The exact method is really not the point. The point is to choose something manageable instead of promoting the book randomly whenever you feel inspired or whenever you begin to panic because nothing seems to be happening. The business side needs to have some type of container. You have to give it a defined place in your schedule. Decide what you can realistically repeat. Automate things if you can. And pay attention to what people respond to. Then you turn to the writing. The purpose of structure is not to let marketing follow you into every creative hour. It is to give the business responsibilities a place to live so they do not consume the entire author experience. And while you're doing that, keep your results separate from your worth. Sales, reach, clicks, and visibility are business information, nothing more. They can tell you that the positioning may be unclear, the audience may be wrong, the discovery path may be weak, or the book may need a more consistent exposure plan. They do not determine whether you're talented. They do not decide whether you're a legitimate author, and they should not determine whether you are worthy of continuing. A slow result means that something may need attention. It does not automatically tell you what that something is, though. And this is where the writer and the business owner need to work together. The writer needs enough protection and space to keep creating, and the author business owner needs enough clarity and structure to support what has already been created. Neither role should be allowed to abandon the other. And while you do not have to love marketing, and you do not have to turn yourself into a personality that feels unnatural, if you want the book to reach readers, you have to respect the business role enough to build a bridge between the work and the people that it was written for. If you're trying to determine what may need attention first, I created Why Your Book Isn't Selling and What to Fix First. It's a practical guide for indie authors, and the guide helps you examine whether your immediate issue may be positioning, clarity, visibility, discoverability, audience alignment, or inconsistent marketing. This way, you can focus on what needs attention instead of trying to fix everything at once. You can find it through the Indie Author Resource page, linked in the description box below. Becoming an author does not mean you have to lose the writer. It means another role has simply been added. The writer creates the work. The author business owner helps the work find its way to the world. And when those roles are working together, the business side does not replace the creative work. It protects it, supports it, and gives it a fair opportunity to reach the reader who may value it. So if this conversation was helpful, like the video and tell me in the comments, which role feels more natural to you right now? Creating the book or helping others discover it? And subscribe to the Lula Starling Experience for more thoughtful conversation about books, creativity, independent authorship, and building a meaningful body of work.